Long before the world feared his name, long before kingdoms raised fleets to hunt him, long before his name became a legend whispered across the seas, he was only a boy with nothing but a dream far too big for the small world around him. In a quiet fishing harbor, where every morning began with the sound of waves and the cries of seagulls, a young boy was already dreaming of something bigger, something beyond the horizon, something no one else could see. The boy was only 10 years old. Messy black hair, bare feet, a worn white shirt, and in his hand, a tiny paper sword. To everyone else, it was nothing more than a child's toy, but to him, it was a weapon. And the wooden docks beneath his feet were the deck of his very own pirate ship. Every day, he fought imaginary pirates, marines, and sea monsters. Every day, he became a little closer to the captain he imagined himself to be. The fishermen watched from a distance. To them, it was just another child's game, something he would eventually grow out of. But they didn't understand. The boy wasn't pretending to be a pirate. He was imagining the life he wanted. A life beyond the harbor. A life beyond the ordinary. A life where his name would one day be known across the entire world. And while everyone else saw a child playing, the boy saw the beginning of his legend. Then, everything changed. A deep ship horn echoed across the harbor. The laughter stopped. The merchants stopped working. The fishermen turned toward the sea. Even the children became silent. Through the morning mist, a massive black ship slowly appeared. Its sails were worn. Its hull carried the marks of countless voyages. And flying above it was a flag no one in the harbor recognized. The ship moved toward the docks, slowly, silently, until it finally came to a stop. Then came the sound of footsteps, heavy footsteps. A stranger had arrived. A tall figure stepped onto the wooden pier. The rising sun stood directly behind him, turning his entire body into a dark silhouette. No one could see his face. No one knew where he had come from. But the boy knew exactly what he was looking at. For the first time in his life, he wasn't looking at an imaginary pirate. He was looking at a real one. And without thinking, the boy ran toward him. With his tiny paper sword raised high, the boy charged. To him, this was the greatest battle of his life. But there was one problem. His enemy wasn't imaginary. The paper sword struck the stranger's boot, and suddenly, everything went silent. The boy froze. His courage disappeared for just a moment. Slowly, the mysterious pirate turned toward him. The sunlight still hit his face. All the boy could see was the silhouette of a man who looked like he had survived countless storms. The adults watched nervously. Nobody moved. Nobody spoke. But then, the stranger laughed. Not angrily, not mockingly. He laughed warmly, as if the boy's ridiculous attack had somehow entertained him. And in that single moment, the boy realized something. Perhaps the sea wasn't as frightening as everyone had told him. Perhaps it was waiting for someone brave enough to challenge it. The stranger slowly lowered himself until he was standing face to face with the boy. He didn't see a troublemaker. He didn't see a foolish child. He saw courage. The kind of courage that couldn't be taught. the kind that existed before fear had a chance to take control. Then the pirate asked him a simple question. If the sea gave him one chance, who would he become?